Welcome back to Main Street Living as Tom and I are about to see which model RVs are best for summer vacations.
All of them. All of them. But the time to start looking is right now and start planning where to take that family this summer.
So excited about this. Our next guest is the man with the answers, Derek Searcy with Bob Hurley RV in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And there he is. He joins us now. Derek, thanks for being here with us on Main Street Living.
Hey, thank you guys so much. I'm excited to be here.
Derek, as you start making those plans for summer vacation, there's a lot of people that say the hassle of traveling it's just not worth it, especially if they have young kids. Why should those families, before not going on a vacation, consider visiting you at Bob Hurley RV in Tulsa and look at an alternate way of getting on the road?
Well, first off, you're absolutely right. I mean, when you think about traveling with kids, you think about, airports and airlines and stuff like that. The great thing about traveling with RVs is, you just, whether you have a motorized unit or you're a towable unit, you really just buckle them in to take off to your destination. And, I don't know about you guys, but I've got 3 kids, and some of the most memorable times is road tripping with them. So traveling in an RV really is a great answer to not having to mess with airlines and things like that.
Oh, I understand, as somebody who basically lives on an airplane traveling all around the country. So, also I've heard that people in recent years have given up having a single family home for a motorized home. So what would you say are some of the benefits of this lifestyle? And do you see people looking for this purpose or just customers looking mostly for vacations and camping trips?
Well, you see a whole lot of both. I think the great thing about it is RVing as a whole, it's really designed to disconnect from the hustle and bustle, the everyday work environment. So for me, I think that RVing full time or RVing just as a vacation, it really gives you an opportunity to not stay put, not go to one destination, but to travel wherever you want. And, that's one of the things that we bring here at Bob Hurley RV. Just giving you the opportunity and the tool to spend those quality moments with your family and travel wherever you want.
I saw a bunch of RVs when I was driving from Chicago to New Orleans in December, lots of them heading down south. But on the road, you see the ones, and you mentioned it, trailered to a truck or vehicles themselves. Mm-hmm. What's the benefits to both?
So the cool thing about a trailer or a fifth wheel is you really get a lot more square footage for bang for your buck. So the barrier to entry is far less on a fifth wheel. You get a whole lot more square footage for a lower dollar amount. And then, to have that equivalent square footage in a motorized unit, obviously it costs quite a bit more. However, it's one of those things, whatever you're trying to do with it, are you living in it? Are you just vacationing? It's really just the barrier to entry and being able to get a whole lot of square footage on a towable versus a motorized unit. So just, the RV industry has done an incredible job at making something for everybody.
Yeah, it almost sounds like when you go to buy a new car and you don't know what you're looking for. And so do people walk in there like that? They don't really know what they want and you're there to help them navigate?
You see both. You see one of those things where they've done a lot of research and they know exactly what they're looking for. But, the great thing about our store is we try to create a setting where we can have those open conversations so we can show them the right unit. And that's really our goal, is just trying to figure out and identify what a customer is going to be using it for so we can point them in the right direction.
And it's changed so much since the days of getting in a VW bus and sleeping bags, RVing and being on the road. You are right there in Tulsa. And one of my favorite road is Route 66, America's Main Street. If someone was to buy a vehicle at your place and look at you and say, Derek, I'm going on Route 66. I'm going there. America's Main Street. Where would you head in your brand new RV?
Well, I think that's the cool thing about RVs is, historic Route 66, you can drive and see thousands of sites all over the country. Now, if you're purchasing for us, one of our really cool sites here local is in Catoosa, where they have the Blue Well that's right off historic Route 66. And, it's a really cool deal. But, that's the great thing about RVs is you don't have to stay put. You can try to check out as many as possible. And, that's my challenge to our customers is get out there and enjoy the road and see as many spots as you possibly can.
And it's on your timing, right? You don't
Absolutely.
have to worry about check-in times. You can just get there and do it at your own pace. Such a great deal.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. It's like being in college with no curfew. You can do whatever you want. That's what I love about it.
Like
Don't
that.
combine the both. Don't combine the being in college with driving an RV, though. Let's, you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You guys are
So
spot on.
yes, and, we heard about the market for RVs during COVID. A lot of people decided, "Okay, this is the only way I can travel safely on my own." They took the leap. Are people still enamored with that lifestyle, do you find?
Absolutely. I mean, you see both sides of the spectrum, obviously. You see some people that they went out and tried it and it wasn't quite for them. And we've, consigned and purchased those units from a lot of those customers. But, you're probably, I would say that a majority of them still enjoy that lifestyle and still do it day to day because, there's something about not having to, wake up at the same place every single day and getting out there and enjoying your family. And because when it comes to full-time living, you have two different styles there. You've got some people that they'll do it for work, so they'll bring their family there, and you also have the other side of it that maybe an older couple that they just love to get out and cruise and enjoy the road. But yeah, no, we've really seen a huge uptick in the RV industry as a whole, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. And we love getting pictures and videos from our customers where they're traveling all over the country. So yeah, no, to answer your question, both sides of the spectrum for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those things that came out of COVID where people discovered this just joy of jumping in an RV, kind of like Zoom interviews, right?
Yeah, just like Zoom interviews.
One of the benefits of a pandemic. I know for myself, and you could talk to Cheryl about it with all her plane hopping. The idea, the dream of just jumping in an RV and hitting the road, that's a good dream to have. You're making people's dreams come true, Derek. Did you know?
I appreciate that, and we try to do our best, because I'm one of those guys that I don't feel like you can put a price on family time. And these tools and these RVs, it really gives you that opportunity to disconnect from the world and really plug in with your family. And that's something that I feel like we've missed for the last several years. So it's great to see people getting out there and doing it and really plugging back into their family and disconnecting from the world and just enjoy that family time.
100%. And I have to say too, I'm a Penn State alum. And so I go to the big Penn State football games. I see RVs everywhere. The tailgating in the RVs. I think I might buy one, well, if I had the money, just for that reason. Do you see a lot of people buying them for football tailgates?
Oh, no, absolutely. Being here in Oklahoma, we've got several great football colleges, between Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, and Tulsa. And you definitely see that. And, I've got a brother-in-law who's a huge Penn State fan.
Yeah.
His family's from Pennsylvania, so I won't hold that against you. But no, we see it a ton. And it's that's one of those things, too, that it's really exciting and fun to get in on the ground because our Oklahoma City location, being so close to Norman, they've really got to ingrain themselves in that tailgating community. And you see it everywhere. We take trailers out there, have TVs going, and it's a lot of fun.
Bringing TVs to a football game. I always like to see that during a tailgate.
You have to see what your rivals are doing.
Tailgating, road trips, making dreams come true, going someplace with a bathroom at all the time, a clean bathroom. Perfect. Oh my God, that is a blessing on the road. Derek Searcy from Bob Hurley RV in Tulsa. Thanks for helping us navigate this on Main Street. Thanks for making people's dreams come true.
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here. It was a privilege, and it was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Oh, so much fun. And the bathroom thing, that is key right there, Tom.
Think about it, tailgating, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think our folks here watching shouldn't wait too long because pretty soon the weather will turn. Everybody's going to be chomping at the bit to get an RV and get on the road.
Also, here before you know it, more Main Street living right here. After the break.